All right, let's dive right in. Today we're talking about the invisible engine behind every single app and website you use. It's called the Software Development Lifecycle, or SDLC for short. Think of it as the secret roadmap that takes a simple idea and turns it into a real working piece of software.
I mean, really think about it. That app you open a dozen times a day. It feels so simple. You tap a button and it just works. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder how it went from a thought in someone's mind to the phone right there in your hand? Because let me tell you, trying to build software without a solid plan is, well, it's pure chaos. It's like trying to build a house with no blueprint. You'd end up with pipes that go nowhere, walls that don't line up, a total disaster. And the software world, it's exactly the same.
And that initial mess, that confusion, that's what we call the chaos before the code. It's that dangerous place where amazing ideas go to die, usually because there's no structure, no clear goals, nobody's on the same page.
So to combat that chaos, the industry created the SDLC. And this definition really nails it. It's not just about slinging code. It's a formal process, a system designed to create high-quality software. Software that actually works, that's secure, and does what you expect it to. It's the framework that brings order to all that creative energy.
So from here on out, just think of the SDLC as the master roadmap for any software project. It's the GPS that tells the entire team where they're headed, the best route to get there, and all the important stops along the way.
So, why is having this roadmap such a game changer? Well, for one, it's a clear blueprint for the whole team. Everyone knows the plan. That means you get better quality baked in from the start, not tacked on at the end. It also means you can make way more accurate estimations about time and money. And finally, it lets you monitor everything so you know if you're on track. That clarity, that's what turns a chaotic mess into a success story.
Okay, enough with the abstract stuff. Let's really get into this step-by-step journey. And to make it stick, let's pretend we're building a brand new photo sharing app. We'll call it Photosphere. We're going to follow it from day one. So here it is, the whole trip laid out for us. The 7 big phases are requirement gathering, system design, implementation, that's the coding part, then testing, deployment, maintenance, and way down the line, evaluation or retirement. So let's zoom in on each one, starting at the very beginning. Our journey starts here, at what is, frankly, the most critical stage of the whole process, requirement gathering and analysis. If we mess this part up for our Photosphere app, everything that comes after is built on a shaky foundation. This entire phase boils down to one simple but absolutely massive question. What should Photosphere actually do? This is all about getting inside the user's head, understanding the client's vision, and figuring out what problem we're really trying to solve here. And to answer that big question, the team goes into full-on detective mode. We're talking interviews, surveys, meetings, you name it. They have to identify the functional requirements. The what it does, like a user must be able to upload a photo. But they also need the non-functional ones, the how it is. For instance, our app has to be super secure, or it has to load in less than 2 seconds. And finally, they check if the whole idea is even feasible. Can we actually build this? Can we afford it? All of that work, all those interviews and analyses, it's boiled down into one key document, the Software Requirement Specification, or SRS. You can think of this as the project's constitution. For our Photosphere app, the SRS will list every single detail, every feature, every constraint. It becomes the holy grail for the entire team. Okay, so the requirements are locked in. We know what we're building. Now we move to phase 2, system design. This is where we switch gears from what to how. So, with the plan for Photosphere perfectly clear, the next question is pretty obvious, right? How do we actually build this thing? What's the architecture going to look like? What kind of database do we need to store millions of photos? What technologies are we going to use? The answers to all those how questions become the design document. This is literally the architectural blueprint for our app. For Photosphere, it's going to show the whole system structure, how data flows through it, what the screens will look like, basically everything the developers need to know before they write a single line of code. So now the blueprint is ready, and this is where the project really starts to pick up speed. The next few stages are where Photosphere goes from a bunch of documents to a real, tangible thing you can actually use. Let's see how that happens. First up, Phase 3, implementation. This is where the magic happens.
The developers take those design documents and start writing the actual code for Photosphere. Then it's on to phase 4, testing. The quality team's job is literally to try and break the app. They hunt for every bug, every flaw, to make sure it's solid. Once it passes, we hit phase 5, deployment. Photosphere is live in the App Store for everyone to download. But wait, we're not done. Phase 6, maintenance, is where the real long-term work is. Fixing new bugs, adding new features. This can go on for years.
You know, what's so cool about this summary is you can literally see the project come to life through its paperwork. You start with an idea and you get a requirements document. That document becomes a design blueprint, which leads to real source code. That code gets tested, which produces bug reports, and that leads to a final release with user manuals and then ongoing updates. See? Every single step creates something real that the next step builds on. It's a fantastic flow.
So, Photosphere is launched. People are using it. Awesome. But let's pull back for a second and look at the bigger picture. What's the real impact of following this whole roadmap?
I mean, just look at this. The difference is night and day, isn't it? When you have an SDLC, projects are predictable, they're organized, they're efficient, and you get a high-quality product. Without it, you're looking at projects that are risky, confusing, expensive, and just way more likely to completely fail. The contrast couldn't be clearer.
But hey, let's be real. No journey is ever perfect. Even with the best map in the world, you're going to hit some potholes. Customers change their minds halfway through. Deadlines get tighter. Budgets get squeezed. Or sometimes it's just simple miscommunication on a big team. These things happen. A good plan helps you navigate them, but they're always part of the adventure.
So after all of this, the journey, the benefits, the roadblocks, what's the one big, crucial idea you should really take away from all this?
It's this. The SDLC is not just some boring, bureaucratic checklist. Not at all. It is the foundational roadmap. It provides the structure, the clarity, and the discipline you need to guide an idea, like our little Photosphere app, from a simple concept all the way to a real product in the hands of users, all while making sure it's high quality and you're not taking crazy risks.
You know, at its heart, this whole process brings order to the beautiful, creative chaos of writing code. And that just gets me thinking. What other huge complex problems in business and science, maybe even in our own lives, could really benefit from a clear, structured, phase-by-phase roadmap just like this one?